but I want to make sure that you're with me. Yeah. We had a power surge. Come back here, camera. Everything went off. Everything's okay. Power went right back on. We're rolling our shoulders. As I was saying, technology is wonderful until you get disconnected. And guess what? It can be like that with our bodies as well, from our brain, our computer, the technology of our mind. Good. Nice. Now, taking the hands to the shoulders, just roll those elbows back. Breathe. I feel like we need to breathe better right now. So trying to stay rooted, trying to stay grounded, trying to not be freaking out in the thunderstorm. Making big circles with those hands. It's okay if your hands touch the ground. And then you're going to take them the other way. Keep everything else, so try to keep your spine nice and stable as you're just rolling the shoulders. Actually, you're doing big arm circles. And then taking the hands to the shoulders as you roll those elbows forward. Good. And then shoulder rolls to the front. Very, very nice. Good. Now go ahead and just go back to that nice alignment, rooted down, yeah? And let's take our legs long on our mat. So legs long, and just point and flex those feet. So you can use your hands here to help keep those shoulders on the back side of your body. And then just roll those feet. Try to roll through your toes. There you go. As you point and flex, good. Go the other way. Good. Now, I want you to sit up nice and tall, root in. Okay, again, you may have to move some muscle around on the back side. As you can see, I can fit my hands underneath my knees, so I would like your knees to be a little bit soft. It's hard to do when they have nowhere to go, right? But try to keep them soft and not locked, if that makes sense. And if you can kind of just pull the toes back towards you, we're going to take a nice inhale. You're going to exhale and just fold forward. Again, honoring your body where it is right now. So keeping the spine, trying to keep those shoulders on the back side. The tendency would be for them to want to draw forward. And you may be here. You may be here. You may be able to go a little bit deeper. Honor your body, okay? So after you come to the very length of your spine, you can exhale and then round, if that's available to you. You know what's great here is having a belt or a strap, if you need it, or a scarf, anything that can help you to get deeper into your stretch. So I'm going to lift up a little bit, so I'm opening up my heart space as best as I can right here. And then I'm going to exhale and fold up just a little bit deeper. So see if you can do that as well. Rock your back just side to side a little bit, trying to loosen it up. And then slowly walk the hands up. Take a nice inhale. Exhale it out. And inhale Bring those hands to heart center. Good. All right, so we are going to bring our legs behind us. We're going to go to our hands and knees. I'm actually going to turn this way, okay? So we're going to go to our hands and knees. Now your knees are underneath your hips. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. And this is called table pose. So I would like you to have a nice flat table. Okay? Again, we're trying to stay grounded, so I would like you to look down if possible. Breathe into that. Find your breath here. Find your alignment. So you should not feel any pain in your back. If you do, then go ahead and come on out of this. Now, if this bothers your hands or your wrists or your knees at all, you can always fold over the surface that you're on top of, or stick a blanket underneath your knees. But we're going to go ahead and begin to kind of rock our hips and the crown of our head back into what's known as a cow pose. And then we're going to exhale and round in. This is cat pose. So inhale and exhale. So this is cat cow. And I want you to let your breath guide you. So we inhale as we lengthen our spine. We exhale as we round. So letting your breath guide you on your own. Taking deep breaths through that nose. You can exhale through your nose or your mouth. It's your choice. You're in the safety of your space, so you should be able to do it without a mask on if you exhale through your mouth. That's one of the very few benefits of practicing together at home, right? Would much rather be gathered together. Let's do one more. And then I want you to bring your feet together and press back into what is called a child's pose. So reaching your hands forward. And you can kind of rock side to side as long as it doesn't hurt your knees. Taking your forehead towards the mat. Again, trying to root in, trying to draw those shoulders to the back side of your body, opening up that heart space. That's why our knees are a little bit apart. Good. So coming on up to that table pose again. Nice flat surface going on. Shoulders on the back side. Draw those shoulders back and down. You're going to flip your toes and just take that back side in the air. So drawing or pressing through the heels of your hands, we're going to go ahead and just alternate bending one leg and then the other. And we are in a nice downward dog here. Trying to keep that heart space nice and open. Breathing into that. And now coming high on those toes. Go ahead and gaze forward. You can walk your hands to your feet to your hands, in little steps, or you can take one big step and then just fold forward. Let your head hang heavy. So letting the crown of your head hang heavy. Knees soft. Try to keep those knees soft. All right. Now bend your knees. Really bend them. Slowly press those feet into your mat as you rise up. Take a nice inhale. Exhale it out. And inhale. Bring those hands to heart center. So now we're going to establish a nice, good mountain pose. All right? So feet underneath the hips. And it's the bone, not what's around the bone, if that makes sense. Take that sacrum, soften it down, okay? And so that the hips are down towards, or that your sacrum is softened down towards the ground. Knees soft, we're not locking them out. Shoulders, where do they go? That's right, back side of your body. And ears go over that. So everything is nice and aligned. Go to your breath. Feel your feet rooting in on all sides into your mat, all right? So if you feel your weight maybe drawing in a little bit more towards your big toe, I want you to go ahead and press into that pinky side of the foot, okay? And same thing if you're doing that on your pinky toe. So you should feel all 10 toes rooted down, all sides of your feet rooted down. And go ahead, if you want to, you can just lift up those toes for a second and then press them back down, but I want you to really press into the big toe. And what that will do is take some of the tension off of your knees. It'll fire up the muscles in your legs. Good. So that nice mountain pose. Good. Let's take one more breath. And again. We're going to go ahead and dive forward into a forward fold. So we're hinging forward. Inhale, halfway lift. You can take your hands to your shins. And then you're going to exhale, fold forward again. So this is where blocks come in handy. If you have blocks, you can put your hands on the blocks, bring the floor up to you, which is great. Crown of your head towards the floor. Knees are soft. All right, friends? Knees are soft. I'm going to turn this way now. So, we're going to go ahead and take a nice inhale. We're going to take that left leg high. We're going to take it towards the back of our mat. And I'm going to walk my foot forward. For some reason this mat is super sticky and it drives me crazy. We're going to come right up into a nice warrior two. So pressing in the pinky side of that back foot. Sacrum softened down. Toes here pointing forward. Should be able to see the inside of your foot here. Shoulders over hips. All right? Breathe into that. This knee should be soft. Don't lock it out. Opening out. Breathe. Let your breath guide you through this practice. Okay? Take a nice inhale, take it forward. And your exhale, you're going to just reach forward to a nice side angle here. This is a great pose. It's a good hip opener, which helps ground us down, which is what we're working on today. Now, you should not be dumping into this shoulder here. You want to stay nice and tall in your body. So you should actually be able to take that hand off. But I like to keep it here. Sacrum is softened down here. Really reach. Take an inhale, go ahead and take a nice reverse warrior for just a sec here. Nothing changes in our bottom body. And then you're going to go ahead and inhale forward again. Go back to that nice side angle pose. And now you're going to take, on your next breath, you're going to take your left hand to the mat, spin your back foot, go ahead, take your right arm high. Breathe into that. Keep breathing. Don't stop breathing. Take your right hand to the mat. Right knee goes gently down. Take the top of your foot and rest it on the mat. Come on up. Can you all hear the stickiness of my mat? Now, I don't know why it's so sticky, but it is. It's literally like flypaper. It's pretty funny. I want you to go ahead and just press into your hands, not on your knee, not directly on your knee, but on your thigh. Soften that sacrum down. Shoulders on the back side of your body, pressing into the front foot. Okay, softening that sacrum down will take stress off of your low back. And I don't want you to hurt your low back, for sure. Breathing into this. And then on your next breath, you're going to just kind of take that, leading with that heart space, kind of lunge forward. You're going to flip the back foot. Take the front foot to meet the back. Now, you can be in either a push-up pose like this, or you can be in a modified push-up pose on your knees, or on the tops of your knees, okay? Not on your kneecaps, but above your knees. Whatever your body is available to do, but just tuck those elbows in, and then lower yourself gently to the mat, all right? Taking your hands forward, inhale forward, lift up, opening up that heart space, soften that sacrum down even here so that you have nothing going on with your low back. Again, you should not feel this in your low back at all. All right? Breathe into that. Don't hold your breath here. Breathe well, friends. Okay? And then lower all the way down. Bring those shoulders back underneath. Flip the toes. Actually, yeah, flip the toes. We're just going to come on up and take it back to a child's pose. Child's pose is great to kind of root in. It keeps us very earthy and low. Try to really open up that heart space. Try to open up those hips. Let your next breath bring you back to that table pose. You're going to flip your toes, take it to a nice downward dog. If you want to, you can walk those heels out again. That's up to you. And then you're going to come high on your toes. Take an inhale here. Come closer to your hands, shoulders more over hands. Bring your feet to your hands. fold in to a nice forward fold here. Inhale, lift halfway. So bringing those hands to the shins. Fold forward. Kind of just let the crown of your head head towards your mat. On your next breath, you're going to go ahead and soften your right knee. So bend that right knee, take that right hand over to the left. Left arm goes high. Try to let your right side body kind of melt into towards your right leg. Again, this gets down into our area of rootedness. It's a great hip open, great twist in that lower back area. But also opens up the hips and low spine. On your next breath, bring it through center, lift up that heart space. On your exhale, you're going to take it the other way. Again, letting that side body kind of melt down towards the left. Left side body towards the left. Bringing it back to center. Go ahead, bend the knees, interlace the fingers, slowly come on up. Oh, yeah. So taking a nice inhale here. Okay, you guys are staying in mountain pose. So you're not moving from the front of your mat. So what we're going to do is our fingers are interlaced. We're going to really bend the knees, really round that back. Press those palms forward. Should feel this on the whole back of your spine, right? And this is just a great stretch. You can kind of move it around a little bit. And then inhale high. Exhale, bring those hands to heart center. Take a nice inhale. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale again. Exhale through your mouth. Good. We're building up a little bit of heat, which is fine. We have one other side that we're going to do. So going back to the top of your mat, getting back in that good alignment here, taking a nice inhale, taking those arms high. We're going to lead with that heart space. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Get those shoulders on the back side of your body. So taking that right leg high, you're going to take it to the back of your mat. And you're going to come on up to warrior two. And I'm going to turn around so y'all can see me. Here I am. So again, pressing through the pinky side of that foot, of your right foot now. Left knee is forward. And you can see that the knee is over the foot. Sacrum soften down, shoulders on the back, breathe. Go to where you're comfortable, all right? And it may be different from one side to the other. So you may be able to go lower on one side than the other, and that is perfectly great, all right? Honor your body, but make sure that those shoulders are over your hips. Really important. Hang out here. Breathe. Again, you can exhale through your mouth. That gets rid of heat. That's great. It's great for grounding. On your next inhale, you're going to take it forward. And you're going to take that forearm to your thigh. And your right arm is going to come high. Now, again, you've got a nice line going here. And you're not dumping into that shoulder. You're pressing away. Sacrum is softened down. Gaze down at the floor. More grounding. Breathing into that. On your next breath, you're going to inhale forward. You're going to take it back for just a quick reverse warrior. Sacrum softened down. Heart space nice and open. Go ahead and inhale forward. You're going to go back to that nice side angle. And then on your next breath, you're going to take your right hand to the mat. Spin that back foot around, so spinning your right foot around, and you're going to go ahead and open it up. So you're revolving it. It's a revolved side angle. Again, pressing your shoulder away from your ear and your ear away from your shoulder. And then on your next breath, go ahead and take that left hand to the mat. You're going to take your right knee towards the mat. You kind of want to be above your kneecap. All right, so not directly on the kneecap. And you're going to soften your sacrum down as you rise up. So there's that healthy tension again. Shoulders on the back side. Open up that heart space. Good. Nice. Keeping that heart space nice and open. Breathing into it. And then on your next breath, lift that heart space. You're going to take both hands to the mat. Flip the toes. Take your front foot to meet the back. And we're going to lower down all the way. And then we're going to come right back up. So you can come up with your knees on the mat. You can flip the toes, lift all the way up. We're going to take it to a nice downward dog. If you want to walk your feet in a little bit, you can. I'm going to press really hard through the heels of my hands so that my heart space really opens up. Taking a nice inhale, taking that left leg high, you're going to bring it through. Y'all know where I'm going with this. We're going to a nice pigeon pose. So right leg is behind you, left is in front at as close to a right angle as you can get. So hip should be off the mat on the left side. And I'm going to press into my left hand, but I'm going to go down on my right elbow. And that helps me to get deeper into the pose, keeping my hip off of the mat. So try that. Keep those shoulders behind you, back side of your body. This is an amazing hip opener. Really gets to that area that is really hard to get to in yoga or in anything. And if you let it, you can stretch deep into your pelvis. There are muscles in there that are really hard to get to any other way. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and just lower down into this. Try to keep your spine as long as possible, only going where you can go, all right? Yoga is a practice. That's why it's called a practice, because we don't arrive there. We have to work to get there. But again, honoring your body. And then when you're ready, coming on up, taking that hip to the mat. I'm going to turn and face you guys so you can see me. I'm going to bring my other leg, bring your other leg across. So your right leg should be on top of the left. Shin to knee, knee to shin. That may be unavailable for you, and that's okay. All right? So if you need your leg in front of you, or if you want to sit simple seated, that's great. I love it. Remember, this is your practice. Honor yourself. Take care of you. And so rooting down through those sit bones, softening into the mat. Shoulders drawing behind. Yeah. We're going to take a nice inhale, leading with our heart space. We're going to hinge forward. Just breathe into that. Breathe into the deep places. That's where the best growth happens, is in the deep places. And then slowly walking it up. Taking an inhale, taking your right hand behind you, left hand goes to the right knee. Taking a nice twist. Bringing it back around, bringing that right knee in, just give it a squeeze. Keep that spine nice and tall. Breathe into that. Good. So now you're going to take your right leg and you're going to gently take it to the mat. All right? I'm going to turn back this way. Taking your left leg behind you, nice and long. And then the right hip, soften that sacrum down so you can see that I kind of push back a little bit. Spine is nice and long, shoulders on the back side. Hips off the mat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press into my right hand and I'm going to go down to my left elbow. And that just kind of helps me get deeper into a deeper stretch, deeper into that pose before I fully lay down. You can always stick a blanket or pillow or block underneath your hip. And then when you're ready, you can lower all the way in to where you're comfortable, okay? And just hang out. Again, trying to let that hip just kind of relax into this pose. I know you might be thinking, are you crazy? But there's almost needs to be a submission. This is where spirit kicks in, friends. And then gently taking that hip to the mat. And I'm just going to swing my whole body around so you can see me. Bringing the left leg on top of the right now. Shin to knee, knee to shin. Yeah? Rooting down. And then taking an inhale when you're ready and hinging forward, holding in. Leading with that heart space. Just fold forward. Slowly coming up, taking an inhale. On your exhale, you're going to do a nice twist here. Draw those shoulders down and back. Left hand goes behind you and presses into the mat behind you. Just getting a nice twist here. And then bringing it back, giving your left leg a hug. I always forget I'm mirroring you guys, so. Good. So gently releasing that, you're going to take your legs long. Legs long in front of you, towards the head of your mat, and you're going to lower down all the way. And you can bring your knees in and just rock side to side. Go ahead and take one leg, it doesn't matter which. Send it out long on your mat. Bring the other leg in. Keeping that one leg long, you're going to take your other leg across your body. And you're going to look away from that knee, and that hand is going to shoot up to the side. So you're getting a whole nice spinal twist. Bringing that leg back in, sending it long. Bring that other knee in, whichever knee you did. And then you're going to take it across your body now and gaze away from that knee. Bringing it back. Sending that long, point those toes, take those hands above you. Sorry, Kusha. Oh yeah, that feels good. And then just letting everything kind of relax and release. So however is comfortable for you, this is called Shavasana, letting your feet just kind of open out to the sides. If there's anything else that you need to do in your practice, I'm just gonna sit up, you guys stay there. If there's anything else that you need to do in your practice, go ahead and do it, all right? This is your practice, remember? But I want you to just rest. This is where we rest and recover. Letting your breathing kind of return to normal. Do a quick check of your body. See how your body is feeling. Check in with your mind. in your spirit and your heart? Do you feel a little bit more connected than you did when we started, maybe? I know our class was kind of split because of the weather, and I hope that you joined back in when we came back on. But just notice if you feel a difference. Do you feel lighter in your spirit, in your mind? Does your breath feel more even? Do you sense a feeling of more groundedness and rootedness within you? When you're ready, go ahead and sit up. You can come to whatever seated position you would like. You're going to take a few breaths here. Again, if you're not done with your practice, please carry on. As always, it's been an honor and a privilege to lead you. Thank you for letting me lead you in practice today. Let's take a few breaths. Inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, let those hands settle right at heart center. I'm going to say namaste to you, and God bless you. I love you all. I will see you soon. Tomorrow, I will see you for chair yoga here at 12:15. So my name is Stacy. Have a great evening.